Hello, listeners. Welcome to Her Revelations. This is a storytelling channel that shares different true life stories that you can relate from. The aim of this channel is for you to learn some lessons from the mistakes of others so you can avoid them. And here is our story for today. Hello, everyone. Can I just vent out here and maybe ask some advice? Just no negativity, please, because I'm already stressed and drained from the physical and mental abuse I've been in. Me and my kids just arrived here in the US like a few months ago. I thought my life would be better, but I was wrong. My husband is just living paycheck to paycheck and just lives in a studio type apartment where everything is in there. Its kitchen doesn't even have a table and chairs because there is no enough space. But it's okay for us since we're already accustomed to this kind of living in the Philippines. And before we came here, I already oriented my kids. I told them to be patient with our living condition because daddy is not well off. But what's more important is that we're now whole as a family, as we've been apart from your father for 9 years already. My kids didn't have any complaint about that. They're fine sleeping on the floor. We just bought mattresses for them. However, here's my problem. I found all my suspicions when we're still in the Philippines to be true. That he was talking to a girl online and sending her money. I thought before that I was just being paranoid because we're far from each other. I saw in his emails some pictures of a girl's private part and on what hotel are they gonna check in. I confronted him about that, but instead of saying sorry, he got mad, broke his phone, and threw all our things outside and threatened us to deport. I felt so bad when he did that. I think that was just 5 days since we arrived here and I didn't have my green card yet. I answered him back and told him I won't leave without my children until we became okay again, but I don't have trust in him anymore. I always cried and couldn't sleep at night. My weight had dropped until I was the one begging for him to deport me and my kids because I couldn't take it anymore. But he refused. I accepted him again, despite the fact that I couldn't put back my trust on him anymore. I was doing it only for our children because I could tell that they still miss their father. He's been growing weeds in his greenhouse and is smoking marijuana. I told him it's okay. He just have to be very careful that the kids won't see it, as I don't want our kids' respect for their father be destroyed because of it. And don't want them to be like him either. Our kids got new playmates, and there were times that they would get inside our yard. I knew that it's not good for a mother to push away her kids' friends, but I did it anyway because I didn't want them to see the weed plants, and my husband might be reported to the police and be in trouble, and we might also get in the mess he's in. I told my husband about this, and he agreed that I did the right thing. But on the following day, he took the father of my kids' playmates to the greenhouse. So I told him, I was so careful for the kids not to see that. But why are you not? You know that it's illegal, but you seem so proud to show that to others. And he said, because it's his friend. I said, well, before we came here, you got a lot of friends who betrayed you already after showing that greenhouse to them. They're all now your enemies. If you want to gain friends, you don't need to bribe them because they're only befriending you to have free weeds and then afterwards will put you into trouble. If it was okay before, not now anymore. Because what if it's gonna happen again and would put us all in trouble, including the kids? After hearing that, he got very, very angry. He dragged me down the stairs and out of the house to our driveway. Then he threw me to the grounds, choked and punched me on my head. He asked an apology from his friend because he got so mad around him, but not from me. I didn't report him in the police because our place is far from the town proper and I don't know how to drive. He didn't bother to teach me no matter how I begged for him. I was thinking that if I'm gonna put him in jail, what would happen to me and my kids here in the countryside as there are no public transportation? Our situation was very hard at that time. I swallowed my pride as I had no other choice. The kids were also crying. They didn't want their dad to be in jail. They'd rather wanted us to leave him. He always screams with angry eyes whenever he gets mad at me. I already have a GC and are now willing to leave the house. He just threw all our things outside now and wanted us to go find a place and never come back. The problem is, it's very hard to check in a hotel as they always ask for a vaccination card, and I am really afraid to get a vaccine. What we fought about now is because of him not picking up our kids from school right away, as he's just at home and our place is just close to the school. While me, I was at work, which is very far from the school, and he got really, really mad at me when I told him that he's a liar. He said he's gonna drive us to the hotel and I would be the one to pay the $3,000 for the divorce. All of our things are now in a Walmart bag at the back compartment of the car. Thank you for listening. Please don't judge me badly. I just want to vent out here as I don't have anybody to talk about this problem. I didn't bother to tell my problems to my family in the Philippines as they couldn't do anything to help me out anyway. I'm now super depressed. And here are some of the top comments of this letter. Commenter number 1 says, "All I could say is that I'm so proud of you. You're brave and wise. I can't imagine how you're able to endure that kind of husband for a very long time. Thanks God, nothing bad happened to you and your children. Now that he wanted you to leave and you're already ready, celebrate it because you're now free. You can do it. God will be with you. You can ask help from our compatriots there. Soon, if you're gonna look back to this phase of your life, for sure, you're gonna smile and would be proud of yourself too. Good luck and God bless." And commenter number 2 says, "Sender ask help. Leave him please. I am afraid for you and your kids' safety. He will never change. You deserve someone better. Make a decision now while you still have the chance." And commenter number 3 says, "Be strong. You are able to endure till you get your GC. There's no reason you can't make it without your husband. We don't really know the real story between you and your husband, but if you are not happy with him anymore and your mental health has been also affected, it's not worth to be with him anymore. You can do it. Just explain to your kids well why you wanted to divorce their dad." And commenter number 4, our last commenter, says, "You know what, Sender? I had the same situation with you before when we first arrived here in my husband's place. We also lived in a very small apartment that my husband rented for us. The only difference is that your husband is a jerk. He has no heart. Can't even be nice to you just for kids' sake. Thanks God, even if my husband is just poor, he is kind and a very good, responsible father. Leave now while you still have the chance. He's a worthless guy. What I hated the most is a man who hurts a wife. Such an evil.